Okay, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Welcome, folks. I had all the time in the world to get prepped, and I waited until 5 minutes before stream because I got absorbed in CAD. I was working on something. Working on CAD and lost track of time, so how are folks doing? Hey, the Ranch Kid. Hey, Tuxedo. Hey, Wick Central and Sipple. Hi, Hero and Bill. Oscar. Oscar is exactly where my keyboard is. It's his favorite place in the world. I needed to do one more thing. What was the one more thing I needed to do? Hey, Poity. Hey, Lord Get Face. Hey, Rod. Hey, Cliff. I had something in mind that I needed to do, and I am drawing a blank. What was it that I needed to do? I got filament giveaway going. Shoot. I am completely drawing a blank. Oh well, I'll figure it out. It's something that I needed to... Oh yeah, before I forget, I need to set up to redirect to Down Under Maker's stream after this, because I forgot to do that. Are you streaming after this, Phil? Hold on a second. Said you wanted to give him treats. Yes. Always. Hold on just a second. Yeah, this one. Why isn't it showing up? Okay. Let's close that. There we go. Okay, now we're going to redirect. Now I'm back. I'm good. Yes, you're set up to redirect to raid over there after this. And this guy is ready for pets and treats. So, hey, Flying Gyroscope. Hey, Deanna. Okay, before we get too far, this is what we're here for. This is Voron 2 Serial 0, full of all of RCF's mess. Hey, Hobo Banana. Hey, Flying Gyroscope. I think I said that. Hey, Nemi. Saw JD here earlier. Hey, Brent. I'm just skipping around. So, this is the original development platform for Voron 2. And I don't know if RCF is here yet. He will be at some point, I'm sure. I'm not going to have a huge history lesson here today. I think that's going to be best left for when we do the build. So here's the intent is this is Serial 0 Voron 2. The intent today is to unbuild it, figure out what I need to obtain to refresh it, and then we're going to do a build series in January. It will be a short build series, and I will do as much as I need to off camera or on long streams to get it done in time for being well ahead of Smurf. So, Stealth Burner with Free Roll. Awesome. Bill, thanks for the gift of memberships. So, I heard another squeak in here. That's a Felix around here somewhere. If we get them both, we'll do some treats, but for now, let's just start the unbuild. A couple of drivers here. Let's start at the easy part. Let's just get the doors off. You know what? I don't even know if it's functional. Let's turn it on and see. That's a good point. Let's turn it on and see. No smoke? We got a display turning on. Oh, we do have a network cable. So let's see. I think, I don't even know if the network cable is plugged in. Is it? Looks like it is. Let's find out. Let's find out. That is a great idea. I didn't even think about that, but that is a great idea. Let's find out. Let's plug in the network cable. It definitely needs an index upgrade. Hey, Alex. Okay, it is functional. Turns on. Clipper's happy. So let's see what its name is. Check my network and see what its name is. What year? I did not build this tuxedo. So I don't know if RCF is here or not, but I did not build this. This is RCF's printer. So I picked it up from him a couple of months ago, and with the intent of doing this build. Hey, Benny. Hey, Sileny. Here, let's see. Oh, unified devices, unified network. Okay. This has changed. There we are. Okay. What is this going to be? Wired. Right on the second try. I don't remember what the second try was, but this is funny. So let me get rid of that. Get rid of that. We can get rid of a bunch of these. Too many windows open. Let's go here. Dude, you are so good about getting all over the keyboard. This is what, anybody want to guess what the name is? Let's do this. Let's do the guess. What is the name? What is the name that RCF gave to the Voron 2? Let's do a guess. Well, only a few minutes. Only a few minutes here. Only a few minutes. Let chat catch up. 2-2 Voron 2. MZ2. Hey, Kilo. Voron 2, T3 Judgment Day. No clue. Cheddar. Cheddar would be good. V2.local, Raven, test, V2, Voron 2. This is something that someone would probably guess. Hold on, let me ping him on Discord. Prototype, Voron.printer. Are we ready? Are we ready? Mainsail OS. I'm sorry, I found that funny. That's not its original name. I know, but what was its network name here? Now Voron 2.4 is name up here. What do we got here? Anything here that we care about? Nah. How many hours is on? Now, I guarantee you, well, what version of are we even on here? Why don't we have a history? Mainsail, oh, everything Moonraker, we should have a history. Mainsail was not around when V2 came out, no. So this printer has been updated over the years. It's obviously in 2.4-ish form right now. I think ish is important there. We have quite old clipper, but I'm surprised that we don't have a history here. Is that something that needs to be turned on? There's no history. We got G-code files, but no history. Yeah, nothing here that is the history. So, Octoprint was common. Yeah, Octoprint was common before mainsail. Yep, apparently it's a prehistory, so I can't give you any idea. No matter what, the number here, if it had a history, wouldn't be accurate to how much it's been used, because I'm fairly certain that Max wouldn't bother backing up the history and restoring it into the new, whatever new version he was messing with, just to keep that. So, okay. Well, anyway, this is where it's at. There's nothing really here for us to even bother saving, keeping around. It's a very basic config. There's nothing here to worry about. Nothing that really matters. So let's go ahead and shut this down. That was cool to check, but so the plan here, the plan for this printer is to, we never got a Felix, so let's go with dry treats just to get this guy slightly more off my back. The plan here is to rebuild this printer as the first viable Voron 2 version, which is 2.1. So 2.0 was not a good platform. The files aren't even out there on GitHub. This is going to get rebuilt as a 2.1 with liberties taken where it makes sense. And an example there would be, we're going to do a magnet and flex sheet. Era appropriate for when this was first came out would have been PEI directly to the aluminum bed, but we're not going to do that. We are going to put a flex sheet on it. Yeah. So let me, yep, shut down. So let's power it off. So here we have this printer with all the print remnants in there. So kind of a resto mod. Yep. We'll get it all apart here, Kilo. Let's start with the panels though. Let's start with the panels and just start pulling it apart. So the idea is, coming up in January, I'm gonna do this rebuild, and we're gonna, in between now and then, going to coordinate with SMF, and this will be raffled off with the winner drawn, I'm pretty sure, at Smurf. Now, whether this printer is going to make it to Smurf or not is a good question, just because of the risk of shipping. I think my initial thought would be I'd rather only ship it once instead of shipping it up to 2 times. How old was 2.1? I think Wham Bam might have been around. I don't think so, Kenneth. And if they were around, they weren't doing mag sheets, because mag sheets came, well, let me take that back. This was, here, we might be able to find out. Let's do this. Let's go Voron to GitHub. Go Voron to GitHub. If we go here, then we get the current iteration, Voron 2, 2.4. If we come down here, 2.0 would have been 7 years ago, so 2018. So flex sheets were pretty much made mainstream by Prusa on the Mark III. I won't say that they were discovered, invented, whatever by Prusa, because I don't know. But they became mainstream when Prusa released the Mark III. And that was in late 2017. What date? Is there a June 4th, 2018 is what we're showing here. So yeah. So, but if you look here, there is not really anything here for STLs. We go Voron to, Oh, okay. There are for 2.0. The CAD isn't out there. 2.0 had problems in poor bearing selection and the belt, the AB drives. There's something referred to as belt coffins. Basically, it destroyed belts. I was not a member of the team when this was new, so I don't have direct experience to relate for the problems with this, with the 2.0 revision. But I have been told by Max and anyone else that was around that 2.1 is the first viable Voron 2, and that's what we're gonna run. Why is this? Oh, because I'm 2.1. This is the screen image for 2.1. And Oscar is hitting the keyboard, so. Anyway, taking panels off. Old Voron 2 used a belt loop so that you can increase the tensions in the belt without destroying the motor shaft. Was cool, honestly. Yeah, I think 2.1 does that as well. One of the liberties we're going to be taking is we will not be using the little vibration damper isolators for steppers because those are dumb. And I am not going to build it with tape chains, but I think I'm going to do belt chains, Kilo. Hey, Jeff. I think I'm going to do belt chains. So much of this is thanks, Jack. Oscar has really turned into, anytime I'm out here, he's out here. I know better. I know he just wants treats, but still. So this is not a performance build here, Ches. This is a commemorative build, kind of. What would you call it? That's probably not the right word. Nick. Hi, Michael. So this will be umbilical with a Mobius extruder. And I am going to keep all of these parts I'm taking off of it. I'm not going to keep the print schmutz here. That's going in the trash. But the parts I take off of it, I am going to keep. We'll determine on whether they go with the printer. Not M4. We are not doing M4. M4 is too new. M4 is way too new. If you want to see some M4 action, check out the Kiloprint stream, the Delta Flyer stream that I'm working on with Kiloprints. We're going to do M4s on the Delta Flyers. So. Why not? That's a Sparkle. No, it's not actually, because I guarantee that most of that wasn't there pre 2.4 update. That's just messy printer. I have no idea what Boombox is. Can we get a Mobius M4? So any of the history lessons here would be much more satisfying when they get Max on here. So the hope is during this build series to get Max on as a guest. So that's a little bit. We'll be able to get a question Q&A, a history lesson. I did use dual M4s, but it's been a long time since we've seen any M4 content. I was actually chatting with Kiloprints about that earlier today and debating whether we were going to build them on camera or not, and I think we're going to. Yeah, we might. I don't know when we'll see Max or not. Oh, Max. Insulating tape on frame. That just adds to my workload. Where you at, Clee? Max did tape on frame. Boombox plus Delta printer is match made in heaven. 100% worth looking at. I'll look at it. I'm pretty sure Kiloprints had sent me a Boombox link. I don't know that I ever clicked on it. When did you join the Voron team? I know you had a lot to do with the Trident. Yeah, Trident is my project, so it had everything to do with Trident. I had a lot to do with Voron 2.4 R1 and R2 I was lead on, and a lot of help in Switchwire and Legacy and Voron 0. I joined the team in May of 2020. Oscars, yeah. Just run off. Did he run off with some trash? Okay. He probably smells cheddar or something. I don't think there were any zip ties in there. That was an empty thing before I threw trash, unless there was a zip tie in what I threw away. So, messy mess. Hey, Garrett. Got your Cosmic Peach. Fun. Oh. This is, what do you call that? Foam board? It's foam board. With some, even sealed the edges. Try to make it look better. It didn't work, Max. Well, that's not corrugated. It's not the coroplast. It had, I mean, it was foam and cardboard basically. It wasn't plastic. Actually has the filter media in here. Actually has the filter media. I've never seen that. Has anybody ever actually put the filter media in the filter box? Has anybody ever? I haven't. I've installed the filter box, but I never hooked up the fan or anything. Ooh, what a mess. I should be wearing a mask. I feel like I should have to be wearing a mask. Never installed the box. Yeah. There's a little better view of what we got going on here. Is there asbestos in it? I don't know. There's lots of crud. select sheet off of there. Is this, I think it's a 250. It's supposed to be a 250. Yeah, 254. 254. I will be probably putting a fresh magnet on it and maybe a fresh heater. I'd like to see, I know there are a couple, at least one heater out there that is dual voltage. So considering we don't know where this is going to end up, that might be a good idea. My poor lazy Susan is getting all covered in debris. Anyway, yeah. So let's see, we want to see what's underneath? Is there a bottom panel? That's the question. Is there a bottom panel? There is. Good job, Max. Good job. Compressor feet. Coroplast. This is corrugated panel, yes. Corrugated plastic, coroplast. Okay, yep, there we are. There's the dual SKR. Oh, that had fallen in there at some point. That's where that was. Got all the display. Oh no, it's not SKR. It's SKR Mini. SKR Mini E3s. Yep, there's the fan cover. Let me see. I've got a big bin here. That's what I'm gonna put stuff in the big bin for now. Sort it out later. Big bin. Will the panels fit in here? It would be nice. Mostly. They'll mostly fit in there. Hey, buddy. What serial is this? Literally 0. 0. This is literally serial number 0. But yeah, we got a little 5-volt power supply, LRS 200. Looks like a Pi 3. We'll probably upgrade that to a Pi 4 for the thing. Don't see an SSR. SSR is right here. There's your SSR. This was the original intent, was to bolt it to the side of the power supply. Hey, Pathetic Puma. Welcome. Oh, cut up ribbon cable so the displays work with the SKR Mini. Yeah, so the power supply acts as a bit of heat sink. I'm gonna pull these out. Where's the snippers? Side cutters. Oh, what? Where are the side cutters? Oscar, where'd you put the side cutters? Where did you put the side cutters? There they are. I should have like 8 sets of these. When did the 2.1 release? Voron 2 2.1 was probably around November of 2019, but that seems a little soon because 2.2 came out in November of 2019, because that's what I discovered. The first Voron I printed and did the sub-assembly of the parts for was 2.2. 2.1 must have been... You are so good at hitting that space bar. This is saying, oh, no, that's that. November 21st, 2019 is some of these files. November, if we go here, let's see. November, October, let's see what the move, oh, let's go next. Let's see what the September, is this going to be on the stream to listen to while endlessly crimping wires? I sourced 2.1 and then jumped over 2.2 because it took me so long to get all the parts. Yeah. Got a lot of stuff in the July, so I could go all the way back. Probably July-ish. Let's see what 2.2 says. 2.2 was, is this the same area? This isn't the same, is it? Yeah, this comes back into the same thing. Kilo, can you give me some dates? You're my trusted. I'm probably reading things wrong, but I think they're in 2019. Anyway, we got parts to take apart. We've got network cable zip tied to the power supply. Free that. Brent, that's awesome. That's funny. Oh, lots of cables zip tied to the power supply. Doop. And doop. What do we get first? The next Song of Ice and Fire novel or the 2.5? Well, being a fan of reading the books before the shows were out, I would hope that, but knowing how long it's been, I don't have a good guess. Thomas, thank you for the gifted memberships. Hey, robots and heels. Yep. Printers and cats. Yeah, thank you. That's going in there. Let's get these out of the way. There we go. Off of here. Lots of ribbon cable. Let's see here. It looks like all the Z drives are on this controller, and then the, what do we got? We don't have any kind of tool board, so AB and extruder is on the other one here. Oh, yeah. USB cable cut up to get the power. 3 fans in my Trident, 1 blows on the octopus, 1 for the power supply and 1 for the Pi. The earliest commits I see are from 2.2 era, so it's possible that everything got re-imported around. Oh, that might make sense. That might make sense. So the timeline is not necessarily what we saw there on GitHub. Thank you for checking on that, Kilo. Appreciate it. Max has a thing about removing the plastic around the, or making his own. Maybe he's making his own. This looks like it could be self-crimped around the USB connector. removing the overmolding. That's the word I was looking for. 162 people. How many likes we got? Are we doing good on likes? We could do better. We could do better. Ooh. Let's see here. These, what style of, what's that? That's one plug, bunch of fans. The feeder compressor feet, yep. And they compress. They compress for sure. These started like that. That's an uncompressed compressor foot. Where's the ferrofluid? Oh, I should have put that out there. Actually, it's not charged right now. The battery ran out. I left it on. Where did these go? Yeah. So this is today. So I'll get the electronics out of here, get the harness out, and then we'll start looking at things like the rails, try to get an idea of what this is going to need replaced, repaired, cleaned up. Guillermo started building a Trident in January, but got approved on an aeronautics engineering program. Nice. On vacation now, time on Unbuild. Nice. Ordering history. I started ordering parts in November 2019. That's when I was ordering my parts too, Bill. I was ordering 2.2 parts. I was at SEMA. I was at SEMA in the hotel room ordering parts off AliExpress. Most of my parts came in early December of that year. And then Voron dropped the Afterburner beta. And so I printed all those parts and had a hard time getting the dual rail setup aligned. So ended up setting things aside for a while, and then 2.4 came out. Okay, what do we got here? We've got lots of zip ties, lots more zip ties. When are you going to be doing the Polymaker giveaway, Steve? Have a few things to do and don't want to join the club. The 6 o'clock. We'll be doing it at 6 o'clock. That is an hour and 20 minutes from now. We'll be ending the stream at 6:30. Jumping over to Down Under Maker's stream. Basically get as far as we can here. It's not critical that we get it completely unbuilt, but I think we will. There we go. What is that? Oh, another wire. 2.4 still had the dual MGN9s, yep. But they changed it. In the beta, it didn't have the pivoting carriage mount for the lower MGN9. And with that, it was much easier to align. Without that, I couldn't get mine aligned. Yeah, Toxoid. Look at my ordering history and started. Oh yeah. And you're gonna be try to mount the beacon H to the stealth burner. I'll finish up the wiring. Cool. Alignment of those was not fun. Toxoid. I think I'm gonna go in and tweak those A4T housings again, because I think my build, the tool heads are heavy enough that I could use all four mounting points. That is the printed spring DIN setup that came out with 2.4. 2.4 is when the DIN rail setup was introduced. So we're going to ditch the DIN rails and we're going to go back to the original setup. Boy. Still have those goofy thin spring mounts. They are really cool. The only problem with them is that they don't have as don't have it's harder to get a good grip on the DIN rail with them. There we go. Hi. To the octopus or similar 8-channel board become standard? 2021-ish. The original recommended board setup for 2.4 was dual SKR 1.3s or 1.4s. Off. Lots of, let's go in here and just start clipping zip ties. Just clip and zip ties. I got thunder keys here. Hey, thunder keys. There we go. One of those. Move to early octopus, which is still running. That. Get my proper screwdriver for the job here. I'm gonna mount one of the SKRs on the floating gantry. I don't know. I think the early octopus has 2208s. I don't, well, the early octopus was still plug-in drivers, so. There we go. Little LRS or RS 25-5. Put that in there. What year was that PSU made? Is it, do they have a year on them? I don't see anything. I don't see anything that would tell me what year it was made. Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't see anything. There's no other label. Using Papillo extruders, guess the GT would be a bit heavier. What's happening? It's not stable. It's not bad, Tuxoid. I'm probably not going to change it for the series, the build series. But I was thinking about, I am remodeling and printing the docks themselves, so I can add some ooze blockers, and I was going to add the 4th spot onto them for that, but it was just a later on I was going to try that. Oscar's in the trash. Yes. Max, red in the AC wires. Okay. Let's see here. This one. There we go. Dev printer, anything goes. No, yeah, for sure. There is no shade being thrown here. Just a little bit of ribbing. There's the other one. These are SKR Mini E3 V1.2s. We're going to put a fun controller on here. Those are not going back in here. For this build, I have a Taco Raven that Max has donated to the cause. I have a starting point for the ooze blockers docks that match. Okay, but you've seen my setup. It's completely different. Those are the power supply ones. There's it used one screw on the side. My build, there will be lots of care taken in the rebuild. Lots of care taken in the rebuild. Yes, I don't know, are they? I don't know if there is a GitHub repo for it. You could theoretically get one made. Whew. Oh, that's where all the flaky, heatsink compound. Hey, at least there's heatsink compound. Okay. Whew. I'm gonna have to sweep when I'm done. Easy to pick the inflection of play. Oh yeah. Okay, fans, steppers, this is all Toolhead wiring, mostly. Bundled up nice and neat. Yeah, it's probably a good idea, Ken. I never bother, but I don't know why not. It's probably not a bad idea. We get a little bit, every little bit helps. Okay. This should come out. deciding where to buy my first kit. I have some building experience, but not enough to know how impactful the hardware differences will be between LDO and FormBot. Is it worth the money? I don't have any direct experience with a FormBot kit. From what I've been told, their quality has improved and part selection has improved over the years. But my general advice has always been for kits is look at what's included. If they don't give you details, then ask and make your decision from there. But I won't recommend one over the other just because I don't have experience with the FormBot. I have built mostly LDO kits for Vorons. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull these off. Hey, Nathan. Okay. It's almost clean. Means we can probably go to, what is this? That's the, let's get this pulled from the bundle here. That's it tight, it's got it. The bed thermistor wire here. Let's pull this out of the mix. I've used self-source printer builds or mostly went with parts kits. Well, my first Voron 2 was self-source. I have done many self-source. I have done quite a few self-source kits or builds. Most of the Vorons I've done on stream have been kits, but anything that I've done off stream have been self-source. So because usually that's been in dev, like the switch wire or the legacy. Those were dev builds, so there's no choice. You self-source. What is that? It's going up the side. Okay, some of this we'll leave under here. Turn this back up. Self-source can be expensive, can be a pain, for sure. Okay, let's pull. This guy should pull out of here because there's no screw on this one. There's a little. How much stuff did you buy for the Dev Trident that ended up not working out? Oh, that's a good question. I don't think much, because most of what makes any of these printers what they are, most of that is the printed parts. No, thanks for being a member. Component kits were available, full kits were not in the 2.1 time frame. I don't remember any kits at all when I sourced my 2.2. But I was new. I didn't know where to look either. These clips off. There's some wires trapped underneath this one. These are coming up for the... Oh, I wonder if that's Masumi's version of the thing. I bet you it is. That's interesting, because that's really thin. I wonder where Max got that. If that's Masumi, then I like the open builds ones better. Too bad they're gone. The motion kit that was on the bomb? Was that from the pulleys and stuff from Pouch? Pouch. More wires. LEDs. Oh, that's gonna be a pain. Okay, I won't do that yet. Let's get to the tool head. Ouch. Is this printer working before? Yes, we powered it up. Powered it up. I did not try to print with it. It's not as smooth as it could be, but that might just be kind of belts having sat for a long time. Have I ever thought of designing my own printer? Yes. from scratch, eh. You changing the electronics and then to Toolhead? Significantly, Tuxedo. We're going full era appropriate Bowden. So is there a second source to Open-Build's covers? I'd like to buy some Asumi ones to see if they're the same, but I don't know where else to get the Open-Build's covers. I did ask them and they were not interested in revealing any sources, so that's okay. Let's see, is this here? Anyway, we are going the era appropriate Bowden tool head with Mobius extruder. This is all no tool head board, all individual wires and connectors. Kind of silly considering they won't be selling any in the future. Well, you got to figure, they didn't outright say it, but if they were looking at selling their catalog or their sourcing to someone else, then your good old Winsin fans. What does this thing even have in it for a odd end? Ah, it's the Voron edition Fadus Dragon. Of course it is. Hey buddy, what do I smell like? I smell like something? You got a piece of filament on your ear. You've been in the filament trash. Hey Neokoi, Danny. Bowden with, no, not M4. Not M4. M4 is way too new. M4 came out with switch wire, I think. Is there any feature capability that you've seen other printers come out with that you think would be a good addition to a Voron if it can be done? With commodity parts, no patent issues. That's a good question. I think I still have a Revo Voron and my Trident. Might put something new in the tool head. Okay, so all of these are off, which means we should be able to just get the whole tool head off. There you go. That's a great answer there, Kilo. I am huge fan of direct nozzle probing, low pressure direct nozzle probing, and that is a great great example of something I'd like. If it could be done without custom stuff, that would be rad. That is some version of Stealth Burner that's been little chopped up. That is not the latest revision. That was probably a mid-cycle revision, because this screw didn't go all the way through at that point, or in the end. Okay, that's off of there. Switchwire came out with Afterburner. It did. No, I'm sorry. It wasn't Switchwire, it was Legacy. It came out with Legacy is when the M4 came out. It was with Legacy, which was right after Switchwire. I mean, it was a couple of months after Switchwire. Is that right? Or was it the next year? Was it that couple of months, or was it the next year? Got a little toasty. One that survived the print to trash can cycle. Yep. Start getting these cable chains off. Yeah, let's go ahead and just pop. There we go. I am still a fan of the Revo ecosystem. See some Revo chatter in there. Okay, then this guy can come out. There we go. These are IGUS chains. These are IGUS. There. More zip ties. Max likes his zip ties. You try to search for any specific hot end on Reddit, you'll end up on some complaint post. Yes. What would you name your... Oh, I'm not even going to try to answer that. You know how long it took us to come up with the name for Trident? And you want me to come up with something here on the spot? I still have PTSD from naming stuff. Legacy December. Yep. So I thought it was right in that same year, but I wasn't sure. Okay. Jetpack extruder was before my time, so that was earlier. I have built one. I was gonna run it on the Switchwire. Switchwire release date, yeah. M410. As long as the potential Trident names is somewhere in Discord still. Sound is gone. What? Sound is gone? Sound back. Sound. Sound is fine. Oscar, I've got to figure something out. He is hell-bent on sitting on my keyboard. Not on it, but right next to it. So that he's touching spacebar or alt or whatever. Yeah, Hull Effect. Hull Effect end stop pod. I've had lots of luck with these. Came back again, good. I've had lots of luck with these. Don't run them anymore just because I haven't been running stuff through cable chains like this, but. Yeah, what about him? Let's unplug for him to sit. He would know. I just know it. He would know. Here, do you need your spot over here? I know, scary. I'm moving something. Just move this down here. That way you can have your chair if you want it. This is what he's been liking lately. Well, apparently not today. Max here finally? Mr. Voron. Welcome. Look at this. Look at this all over my nice clean bench. Yes. No, that's not a chew toy. Seen the crap in switch wire. This has had many more years of debris collection. Hey, John Sick. Yes, this is the OG Voron 2. Go. Wouldn't believe the crumbs. I found 17 cents and change. It had a hard life. It is going to get glammed up. We're gonna glam it up. Another keyboard on the workbench. Oscar will use that one instead. I'll have to try it, but I did order a little bed thing that's on like a monitor stand thingy. I'm gonna put that over there and put the keyboard under it, and maybe he'll like laying in a nice comfy bed up here on the bench. It is corner cubes. Yep. And it looks like I'm gonna have to do some chasing with a tap, or maybe just leave those as it is. Is this the machine that sacrificed a gantry for science? Pretty sure. Max can confirm. Pretty sure. Okay, we are getting there. This is the worm Z-test machine. Does anybody have that video handy? I'll play it. I'll play it if someone can DM me a link to it. What size is that? Ooh. What year was the first iteration of this, Max? It looks like someone redid whatever on GitHub. What is it? I don't remember what that's called. 2017 developed into 2.1 in 2018, 2.4. 2.4 was 2020. I know that because it was still 2.2 in December of 2019. Now, development, sure, probably was going on in 2019, but as far as releases. Are these slot covers? These are thinner than the open builds. Is this Masumi? Did you get these from Masumi? Okay. There we go. Relube or replace, Kenneth. We want this printer to be a viable printer for someone to use. So if it seems the appropriate thing is to replace the rails, there's nothing special about the rails. Really the key parts that I want to retain on here is the frame, the steppers, the bed. Those are all staying for sure. The rails, stuff like that, those are consumables. So I don't have any hesitations of replacing rails. Ooh. Yeah. All the wiring. I gotta get these off of here. There we go. Oh yeah, all that's getting replaced. The MGN12 is a cut down from V24. That's cool. More wiring gone. Whew. It's so much. Ooh, it is. Yeah. Let's take the bed off. That'll make everything lighter. That'll make everything easier. Oop. 2mm. They do come apart faster. That's what I figured. I have plenty of time to do this. Will I be recycling some of that wiring? Who was the person who was doing harnesses, Max? Pretty sure they sent me the same harness you have here. It's a nice PTFE wiring harness. So I might use some of that wiring. There we go. Okay, what do we have here? Kinovo 500 watt, 120 volt bed. This is OG MZ bot aluminum. You made what custom? I made mine custom and yet it's PTFE. Oh, okay. The red and black harness? I don't remember the person's name. They sent me one of those as one of the Secret Santa things. Harness, got it. The heater looks fine. The problem is that we have a potential worldwide winner of this. So, if I can switch it for a dual voltage heater, that's probably a good thing. This is the end stop that doesn't have the pin anymore. Go. Hey, Nuggerut. Okay. Okay, be right back. See ya. Let's get the other, oh, stuff. Stuff, and more stuff. Like the black bottom surface on this printer. That's just ABS. That's just ABS panel. It's got a texture. Is that what you're seeing? Texture to it. So the Fabrico has a 250 size edge-to-edge heater with Loman glue instead of the dust. That would be perfect. I'll have to reach out and grab one of those. Hey, Phil. With software duty cycle, couldn't a work on 220 volts? No. You don't want to regulate that with software. Okay. Ooh. Anything else I can get out of here? This is pretty much, I guess we can take that off and that gets rid of more wires. This is gonna be, fans are VHB'd in here because that was one of the first mods I did when I built my V2 was I made the fan grill setup here that bolted the fans in place, and Max hated it. Max hated it because he hates fan noise. Absolutely hates fan noise. And that's why everything's isolated with VHB tape instead of hard mounted. I can't argue against that, but I didn't want to use VHB, so I made that mod and then I made it standard. No worries, Phil. We can also go longer if you need more time. I'm sure we can chat and keep pulling things apart on this. So that's cool. Totally up to you. You could do both. Yeah? Could I? Yep. With rubber mounts like Nacho does. Mm-hmm. For sure. Go ahead and take some of the skirt stuff off. I'll be good for start if I don't procrastinate. Just keep me updated. If you need more time towards the end, we can give you more time. but I don't need more time on this. We're gonna have this thing, should have it completely apart before filament giveaway time. I mean, come on, mixing black oxide and stainless steel screws in the same build? Floppy. That machine, it's fine. I can still rib. Still give a gentle ribbing. I mean, I could bring my dev Trident out here. Actually, no. It has mismatched parts right now. It has hot pink AB drives. And it's the purple and Galaxy Black and Galaxy Blue build. So, there we go. Hammerheads. Ew. What is this? Don't see many of these that have just the 3 connections. This is actually kind of nice because it has a shield covering the rest of the stuff. That's actually kind of nice. I wonder where that came from. Are the belts right side up? I have not dared to check. I have not dared to check because if they are, it'll be by chance. This old display setup. You had to get in here and tighten these screws from the inside to kind of help try to adjust the tension on it. Might have to build it without a heater. No, if it exists, then we'll do the, and it apparently exists. Fabrico has it, so. My favorite. Hammerheads, yeah. Very favorite. Gonna drop T-nuts every time I rotate it. You weren't here when I was talking about VHBing the fans in place, were you? You didn't hear those comments. That's good. Oh, the display. First thing you complained to me about. And then you helped me fix it on Trident. We changed that up. Yeah, this will be interesting. I'll have to put the extrusions on my surface plate and see where we're at. Okay, the screw. It's there. Guess we can get on to the gantry. Oh, there's more. Like I said, hammerheads and screws falling out every time. Can I get in here? No. Yeah, it's fine. If you want a similar AC, I have these Schroeder ones. Okay. Can you DM me that? Just for future reference purposes? Okay, what do we got? We've got correct. The top belt is correct. It's upright. What about the bottom belt? Let's see. Can we see it anywhere? I don't see Oh, hey, it's installed right. Both belts are upright. Both belts are upright. Good job, Max. I'm proud of you. Even though, like I said, that was not intentional, I'm sure. Okay, let's pull this off. I'll just never find that again in chat, Kilo. I'll just never find that again. We can say it was. I know better. Okay. Oh yeah. Nice no name MGN12. It's perfect. Is this from what is it? It might not be no name, but is this from, what is the popular AliExpress vendor? I don't remember their name. You're better off not looking, Norgorat. Once you decide to pay attention to that, it's all over. Once you decide to pay attention to that, it's all over. From Ziltech originally. Okay. Ooh, those Y, it moves smooth, but you can hear the balls. You can feel it a little bit too. I think it's going to be wise. Just replace all the rails in this. I think it's going to be wise to just replace all the rails. Yeah. They move smooth, but you can hear there's no oil in them. And you can hear the thing. The X doesn't move so smooth. Not reusing the belts, no. I'm going to have zero qualms about replacing consumables on these. Consumables would be any of the idlers, any of the pulleys, any of the belts. Basically, all those are going to get replaced just as a matter of course. Installed the belts in your core one today, and they are right side up. Nice. Prusa didn't put them both right side up on my core one. I didn't even bother to check the Core 1L. Plus all the electronics. Well, the electronics are getting replaced mostly because we have a Taco Raven to put in this. So Taco Raven is way cooler than SKR Mini E3s. Okay, let's pull this thing off. Max, you got to build you one of these. Lazy Susan is life. Hey, Frederick. I'm not just rebuilding any Voron. I'm rebuilding the Voron. There we go. So this is the famous, is this the same extrusion that went through the worm drive test, or did you replace it? Did you swap it with another one like a smart person? No, it's too short. Or did you replace it? Or is that the one? There's no reason not to keep the Pi Tuxedo. It is a Pi 3. So if a Pi 4 became available, or I have one around, then I might do that. Yeah, on casters would be good too, Kenneth. I have the little kitchen island thing in the other garage that I use that's just as good as having a Lazy Susan. Oh, you did nothing. It's probably bent still. So we're going to have to check that today. We will check that. We'll put it on my surface plate here and see. Pi 4 is absolutely overkill. But this is a printer that we kind of want to really, really make nice as much as we can. All the little details are going to make a difference in what folks are willing to, how many tickets folks are willing to buy to win this, right? Shipping on one extrusion from Misumi is going to suck. I have meters of Misumi extrusion if I need to replace a bent one. But the only reason something would be replaced on the frame on this, cosmetic issues are not a good reason, are not reason enough. Cosmetic reasons are not going to cut it. It would have to be a functional issue. It's 00, you want it to be the most Voron ever. Yep. You and Max autograph the printer will double fold. I am sure it will get autographed. Correct. Bent extrusion is not a cosmetic. So if I have a bent extrusion, somewhere on the frame where it doesn't matter, then that's different. I don't know if there's anywhere on the frame where it wouldn't matter, because that's going to change the dimensions of the frame. So I have to see where I put the Taco Raven. We can bring it out and show it off here in a bit. Okay, so that's off. This whole thing, we got a true floating gantry now. What would the input shaper results be on that? Bed supports. Yep. There you go. Well, the bent extrusion would be this one, the X extrusion, and we're going to test it. We're going to put it, I'm going to take everything off of it. We're going to put it on my surface plate and see. That's fun. What do I want to go for unbuilding this though? Probably here. And let's just take this all the way down. There we go. Oh. Y might be bent too. Yeah, but I bet you there's enough compliance in the printed joints to have possibly prevented that. I will make sure to note which ones are Y though, so we can test those too. I guess they have the rails on them. Rod Flowers, thanks for becoming a member. How are we doing on likes? Speaking of new people and YouTube stupid statistics that I don't want to pay attention to, but it's kind of important if more people are going to find out what we're doing here. We are not at, or are we exactly at 50%? Close. Input shaper 3 times, a wild wrath appears. Input shaper. Input shaper. Input shaper. Where's the wrath? Interested in seeing the video of what you're talking about. Oh yeah, did someone send that to me? Do we have that? Do we have the warm drive test video? There we go. The Z joints that were one of the first things that I'm sure Max cursed me out about, because the open builds cubes that Max is using here are just cubes. The Misumi cubes I was using in my build have a little tab that interfered. These are OG 2.4 Z pieces. I think it was Mr. Voron's channel. They don't, oh, they don't have the eyebrows. You're right. They are very OG. Hey, John. This has cubes, yep. Okay, we are getting there. Is it on the Voron Design channel, Max, or do you have it unlisted somewhere? Just cut them. I'm not reusing the belts. You're right, but it would take me longer to get the pick that up than since I'm already here. I'm not reusing the belts. There we go. So much cleanup to do. Hold on, Max. Hold on. Let me make you a moderator. I don't know why you're not a moderator already. There you go. Now you can post. Now you can post a link. Oh, thank you for becoming a member. Okay, let's get this. Copy link, copy. Copy link location. V, here we go. Here we go. Do we have sound here? Motors are probably 1.8 degrees. Some printers are now using 0.9 degree motors. Yep, but 1.8s are fine. There's no reason to change that. If the motors are fine, I won't change them for that. Did that play?
Okie dokie. The science.
Oh, where's the other test? Oh, this is it, isn't it? I didn't watch the whole thing. Oh, and it's still going. Oh, that hurts.
Pretty sure I just bent something.
You got sound? Okay. Something got bent. We shall see. I mean, this is that printer. If something got bent, we will know. Oh, hey, I got an interesting discovery for you, Max. That is hilarious. That is freaking hilarious. So Hall Effect end stops has magnets on each end. I found something you've probably been missing for a long time. Oops. Look at that. How long has that been there? That's almost as funny as when the screw was, I found the screw stuck to the magnet on my watch. Hey, Color Prince. How many raffle tickets are you going to buy to make sure this is your printer? Oh, yeah. 7. There you go. Hi, buddy. Yes, they are Phillips screws in there. Mm-hmm. That is intentional. Those, these are a specific fastener for that, right? Max, wasn't it? The self-tapping Phillips screws in the frame. Yeah. Yeah, all the rails are pretty dry. These are the robot dig rails. That's where you could get the black rails at the time. Is that right? Am I correct? Robot dig, is that right? It was a cheaper version of the Misumi screw. Got it. So how can you do blind joints now? I'm not going to. I'm going to leave the cubes. That's OG. So we still need to work out details, Killer Prince, with Sanjay Mortimer Foundation. I didn't let them know I was doing this stream. There was no intent. This kind of came up as the idea of what I can do and realizing that I need to do. I do too, Killer Prince, or Kilobit. I have the robot digs on my V2, on my OG V2. So by the time we go to start the build, we intend to have ticket links live. This was me realizing, oh yeah, I should probably get this thing apart and see what it needs. Hey, a Wednesday stream is a good idea to do that on. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna take these rails off because we're gonna check all these extrusions. Hey, good job, good jump. Hey, Aqua. Got stuff if you need things. Cool. Okay, there's a rail over here. That is that. So let's get all of, it does have the expensive Misumi leaf spring short, nice compact T-nuts in there. Oh, it's got them. It's got them for even the M3s. I will reuse these in the build. I will reuse those. This is not pre-stealth changer. This is pre Voron 2 rebuild. Stealth changer is going to happen in, I think, 2 weekends. I think I'll be doing that in 2 weekends. We're going to test that one. Test this one. Big Money Masumi nuts. Yep, I have a small collection of those as well that I use when, like Kilo said, when you don't have quite enough room. So in this blue V2 here is my stealth changer build. So I'm finishing up kind of doing the non-stealth changer stuff. And then in, not this weekend, but hopefully the following weekend, we're going to start putting stealth changer on that. And we'll do that for the rest of December and then maybe a week into January. But then we're going to take a break and work on this printer because this printer needs to be done way ahead of Smurf. What's a stealth changer? I almost took that question seriously until I read the name. Now I'm just going to make you answer your own question. As I'm building my micron stealth changer. Okay, so those two. 1, 2 check. Yeah, let's just see. Just a very rough. They don't move against each other. They don't move against each other. What are the benefits of a 2.4 compared to a Trident? They have equal and opposing pluses and minuses. V2 and Trident have equal and opposing pluses and minuses. Auction off his, oh. JD. Okay. I'm not going to pull the individual assemblies of these apart. I'll do that later. Those aren't important to check out right now. Yes, build both. Then you don't have to worry about it. You can make your own decision, own determination. Might be easier to put the index tool changer on a 2.4 than a Trident. I think similarly, Kenneth. I think there's going to be pluses and minuses to both setups with index. But honestly, you have basic differences between floating gantry and rigid gantry. The rigid gantry is capable, potentially or theoretically capable of higher performance, but it's at a higher point in the build. Temperatures are probably better up there. The build is a little less complicated, fewer things to worry about. Most of what cancels that out is V2 is cool. The floating gantry is a cool thing to watch and print. Okay. Those are the 3 extrusions we are most concerned about. CTE. What's CTE? CTE. You don't lose bed space on a 2.4 except for, oh, for a stealth changer, yeah, for sure. Bearings. Put these over here. I'll reuse the bearings. Those are probably fine. Common table expression. Coefficient of thermal expansion of the frame. Got it. You have that on a V2. Belts are gonna theoretically get tighter. Okay. Oh, there we go. Get all these. There we go. What do we have here? Yeah, these are fine. Two amp steppers. As long as they match. Hey, Leo. We are only doing unbuilding today. Flying Gantry makes more sense on a Phoenix, for which it was developed for. The benefits are less pronounced on a normal size printer. B2Z can go 300 millimeters per second too. Kind of scary. True. True. Z-hops. Z-hops much quicker. And tool changes. When you need Z in a tool change. That's why my Trident is the Mad Max printer. Okay. Oop. There, that, and that. Let's see. This is a mess. I think I can get my surface plate uncovered here enough. Let's move this over here. There we go. Surface plate. Mad to try to max. Those 22 pullers are the non-dehubbable ones, I think. Old school spec. Oh, really? They're getting replaced anyway. No, I think these are dehub. Got the, I think, I got the ring there. That's the split line, right? So it should dehub if you needed it to. Okay. Sure that's clean. Get our, make sure I don't feel any burrs on the ends that might skew our results. Oh, that's the, what is that? Is that, oh, that's not it. That's the gantry. I haven't pulled the X apart. Let's do Y. Hey, Troy. Replace him at some point. Yeah, I'm figured. So this is a Y. There is some wiggling, but not in the ways I would expect. So I want to check some burring on the edges. There's a Yeah, what is going on here? Yeah, I think there's some burrs. Some burrs there. Let me see. Let me see if I can get these without scraping them. Without doing any real damage to the extrusion. Just a little deburring. Put it diagonally across the corner so the ends are in the air. Oh, I could. It's a good call. Okay, that is. Let's try this first. There's a little tiny rock there. If I can get some. Something there. Yeah, they're definitely not perfect. We were expecting that though. There's something that's rocking on them. Might be a slight twist in it, but that way is fine. See, is this way fine? Tiny rock. Let's try the across the corner. V blocks and dial indicators. Yeah. Let's try this. Yeah, I think there's a little twist to it. I wonder if any of it could be from bolting rails to it. Maybe some deformation of the slot along the way. I can't really see that though. Yeah, I can see a little spot right there actually. Okay, that's one. You can also untwist it with a hammer. Let's see how this one fares. There is a significant nick right there that I'm gonna do a little deburring. That's gonna skew the results. There we go. See, that's what I would expect. That side, that one right there is flat. There's no feels a little twist in it. But is there there's a nick right there too. Yeah, like we said, not perfect. Definitely not perfect. I will spend more time on these before I actually put it back together, but there's still other nicks in here that I need to investigate. Install a gantry flipped and do another worm Z-test. There you go. That's the perfect solution. Let's pull this thing apart. This is the X-axis. What do we got? Oh, we got filament giveaway time. We have filament giveaway time. Let me get this thing apart. So get your entries in. Pin post, description, you know the drill. Corner cubes with self-tapping Phillips screws holding it together. The Y extrusions, any of the movement there, they were not perfect, but it wasn't a lot. I'll do a closer evaluation of them. I will do a closer evaluation of them, but suspect they're probably okay. The frame is one of the V1.0 kit frames from way back. So it's not quite a full 250 spec, huh? Or is it? Not all mods are listed there. Mods listed where? Oh, Voron mod site, yeah. Since Voron 2.4 R1, a lot of the mods are cross-compatible. Anything to do with the gantry should be cross-compatible between V2 and Trident. So this bed we already measured is a 250 bed. Okay. Giveaway time. Let me bring up all the things. Bring up the form. Close that. That up. We have 150 of you that have entered. I should just close it now. I like round numbers. I like round numbers. So if you want me to not close it now, get in there right away. Because I'm about to. 3. Count to 3. 3. Now we don't have a nice round number anymore. 2. 1. 3. 2. 3. I start over when we get a new entry. For anybody who don't know, I start over when we get a new entry. We've had about 3 since I've talked about starting over when we get a new entry. So I get to start over because we got new entries. 3. 3. 2. 1. NRN equals power of 2. If you like round numbers, you should retire 2.4 and design Voron 3.0. We just got 2 more. Final countdown. 3. No, 3. 3. 2. 1. Done. Okay. You got in. Good job. Half-Life 3.0 confirmed. Create a new spreadsheet. Create. Let's go over here. The names. There we go. We got GJ, you got in first. Good job. You're almost always first. I like that. Stiv, close it already. If your name isn't close it all, if that comes up, if close it already comes up and your name isn't close it already in chat, you're gonna regret it. Better get busy on changing your YouTube name. Oh, it's you. Here, let's do this. Hold on, let me fix this. There we go. Missed it. Oops. Let's do a number between, I don't know, it's the 10th, 1 and 10. Let's be original. Number between 1 and 10. How did you get tape residue in the inside of the slot? One and 10. John Princeton, you said 6. And that's my birthday. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Spin. I've won enough this year. I'm happy to re-roll for the lols. There you go. What we got? Gundams. Gundams 145. Congratulations. But are you here? You have 2 minutes to say something in chat. Gundams 145. Congrats. Are you here? There you are. Good job. Thank you for being quick. Appreciate it. In return, I'll be quick. Get this over to you. 3, 2, 2. There we go, there we go, there we go. Get here. My draft. So I get all this set up ahead of time and it's so much easier. There's that. And one more thing. Email. Okay, Gundams. You should have an email. If you don't get it, then send me a DM and let me know. There was only one. If there was a 6 out there in there, it would have come up with another one. That's fine. Okay, are we ready to check the X? This is the one we're waiting for, right? The X extrusion. I don't think the spinner will truncate that. Put 6 on your name. That's fine. It's fine. Okay, how bent do we think this is going to be? If it's not bent at all, are we going to be super shocked? This is the X extrusion. Yeah, it's no worse than a Y. There's nothing there that's, I mean, it's got the same kind of rocking across, it's kind of rocking across the slots. But other than that, it's fine. It's really fine. How bent is the bed? We've got a big old magnet on here, so this is not a good test. This is not a good test, but nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. That's flat as can be with the magnet. Yeah. I don't think there'll be any problems with just reusing these. That's good. We want to keep it. Very hard to bend them, and with a rail on it, even harder. So it's all compliance in the printed part. Now, if it was all CNC parts, then you probably got a different story happening. Skull Army. Oops. Yep, those are the X and Y extrusions. Okay. What do we got? We got about another 15 minutes. We can get these Z drives off and the rest of this stuff off in that time. Here, watch this. Watch this. Keep an eye on the table. Oh, oops, that was dumb. That was extra dumb. Well, they didn't lose any bearings that I can see. Which one would this one have come off? If I did. We were changing these anyway. So this one went over there. This one went over here. We're changing these anyway. Whoopsie. I don't see any gaps in these. I don't think I lost any. I think I got lucky with that. Oh, let's see here. Let's throw them back on here. There we go. I know where to get an extra ball anyway, right? I know where to get one. There it is. There we go. Why don't we, before we go any further with that, let's just take these off. What are we rocking on there? Oh, that. Except the one that stuck to the magnet. Well, that was way before this. Rails are getting replaced, yep. No lost balls? Nice. Okay, there's another ball. Has Lazy Susan, still moves the printer. Oh, the one from the end stop came from some build, who knows how long ago. Need a power tool to unscrew these. Do you think it would be quicker than this? Look how quick that is. Spin. Spin. Big Midatoyo sale. What's the best deal right now, Bill? What thing? You know what I have. You know what I have. What do I need? You know what I have. What do I need? You need to stop listening to me. That's so true. That's so true. Okay. Those and those. Look at all this. Look at all this debris. That's a well-used printer right there. That's a well-used printer. Bring in the Ziploc bag. Comes with the printer. I like it. Yep. Wiring and plumbing on the Cascade tonight if all goes well. Nice. I'm going to be back to doing some modeling. I'm modeling a internal mount for the CPAP pump on my index trident. I need to not have it hanging off on the side of the printer. 500 square feet more and 100 more, 10 more hours in a day. Yes. Yes. Hey, Max, did I tell you that I won a quarter share in a print produced on EOS's new SLM machine? Their Onyx 4 or their Onyx 400? No, Onyx 4, I think it is. I want a quarter build volume share in that. It's 250 by 250 by 325. And I need to figure out what I want to get printed in that. And the core challenge for me is, do I want something functional, which will by nature go out of date at some point, or something that demonstrates the capability of the technology that's more like a desk trinket, like an artsy type thing. Yeah, so Tony from Duet 3D and Andy, formerly of E3D and Duet 3D, and Doc and I were on the quiz team, and that was our third place prize. So that same quiz that we did at Rocky Mountain, the one that Joel hosted, we did that at Formnext. New questions, and we ended up with third place. 250 cube Voron cube. Yeah, I know, something fun on the desk for sure, but what would that be? Those are the ones, or could you ever dehub the 16s? Because that doesn't look like it has any seam. It's a 16 tooth. Could you dehub any of the 16s? There's a seam down in the middle, but. Eight more minutes till we're sending you over to hang out with Mr. Down Under Maker. Oh, these are the old style These never broke. No, yeah, you managed to get these to survive without breaking. This was my first contribution. My first contribution to Voron was redesigning this piece. My first design contribution, not just feedback, but actually modeling. The first thing I modeled for Voron was redesigning this piece into what you see now. You have it on the lathe. Yeah, that piece right there. I don't know, I don't think I have any of the new version around here. The hammerhead's out of here. Changing the print orientation. Yep. And in order to do that, it went to three screws instead of 4. But it was so it would print this way with this on the bottom instead of this way. Here, the layer lines made this weak. If you tightened these too much, you'd crack it there and then your Z-stepper would fall off. It's not supposed to do that. It's not by design. Rail sizes. Rails are not going back on. Are you keeping the pulleys? I don't know. Probably. There's probably nothing wrong with the 80 tooths here, but I'll probably replace the others. Those are all pouch. That's good. Okay. Deck panel. We could probably keep the deck panel. There's no reason not to keep the deck panel. I'll probably keep using it. This is probably OG deck panel. This is probably cut by Nemgria, right? Icarus. Yep, there we go. Okay. I will be pulling the frame completely apart. I want to confirm equal lengths of the extrusions. I want to it should make it a little easier to clean them all off. So the whole frame's coming apart, but probably not during this stream. I'm going to be spending the next week cleaning up this mess. Please tap it for normal M5 screws. Yeah, I'll be going through, and I might not be a bad idea anyway. I might end up doing some really long screws, tap it pretty deep, just so the frame has that little bit of extra chance of staying together when we ultimately do ship it. Yeah, it's keeping the open builds cubes. That's for sure. And probably open builds corner 45-degree pieces too. But I'm going to leave those on here so I can keep track of those as the bed pieces. Let's see how hard these are to pull out. Let's check out one of those. This is probably the wrong side. Let's see. Okay, let's try a better driver. this, or I don't have it over there. I think this will do. There we go. Those are the screws. One of the nice things about that flathead is it kind of self-centers the cubes and stuff, but a little elbow grease, yep. But those, yeah, this won't be too bad. If I have to do like 30mm screws, tap them for 30s, then I'll do that. Yeah. Clean them up and tap them for a longer screw. Like that should help hold it together for shipping as well. Although the kind of self-centering feature is kind of nice. What do you know what the threads are on these, Max? I would think Imperial, yeah. One more printed part. One more printed part. There we go. Hey, Dan. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Do I have my... No, I don't know where that is. Look at this. Look at this. How dirty my hands are. Nope. That. And that. It's 1/4 but I can go deeper. But I can go a 30mm screw in there and be fine. So let's take this one out and see. I don't know which one it was. Probably not this one. Bug for about a week now, and today I got a toothache. No, that's not good. Let's see here. Do I have a little thread gauge? I have one somewhere. So it's not 1/4. 4.6, 4.7 millimeters. It is not, I'm pretty sure it's not a, that's not a 1mm pitch or 0.8mm pitch. 1032. I'll just leave that one. And match current bomb, or would a deviation to reuse here make sense? Oh, we're gonna, I am going to deviate and take liberty with the parts where it makes sense. There was nothing in for the era of this that said to use these self-threading. This is just what Max did. So I don't know if I have, I know somewhere I have one of those little thread gauges, but I'm not, oh, maybe it's right here. Multi-gauge, what is this? It's probably, I haven't even opened this thing. Is this gonna tell me? Let's see what it is. We'll send you, oh, we're supposed to send you over to Phil's stream. Let's check this real quick. Let's check this real quick. Sunday, we're going to be back on the Trimax. I may end up going against what I wanted to do, and I might end up doing the member stream after Christmas, the 27th. It's not 20. It's not 24. Where else do we go? 20, 24, not 32. Oh no, it's 24. It's something 24. It's 24 threads per inch. It's 24. 1024 probably. Where's the number? 10. Yep. It's a 1024. So, okay, folks, let's send you over to hang out with Phil. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you, Max. I did forget one printed part, forgot the other magnet. Thank you, Max, for letting me do this. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm sure that SMF is really going to appreciate it. Stay tuned. We are going to do the rebuild of this next month. So I will definitely be advertising when that happens. Make sure we get as many people as we can. So hope to see you this weekend. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the build. Bye.